Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator. So before we dive into this, I unfortunately have some stuff to go over. So first I'll talk about the Damocles fight. Technically, I think I hand-waved the soul bond for it and been like, oh, this is actually his mother's espers. But from the narrative and the fact he had Last Laugh that worked with those espers, those summons, the twin Savanis were definitely his summons as far as the rules are concerned. That would have made the fight even easier than it already was for me, because each of the twin Savani had 50 HP. Taking them both out would have reduced Damocles' HP from 150 down to 50. It definitely would have trivialized the fight. I definitely have thoughts about the variant rules, but I'm not going to change variant rules in the middle of a playthrough. But I would say if you do want to make the rules consistent between the opposing side and your side, the combatant side and your side, as far as summoning is concerned, I recommend going the other direction, which is to take strong espers, which is just reverting the rules back to its original form. Anyone that's concerned about like espers tanking for you or whatever apparently have not been watching these videos and paying attention to how combat really goes in these games. The tanking is the least impactful thing you can do in this game. It's all about DPS and maybe a little bit of crowd control, but it's mostly all about just killing or neutralizing every threat before it can do anything. Especially against bosses, because bosses kind of, as you go along, as you go along and fight bigger and bigger bosses, they tend to move around and jump around a lot and have multiple actions and yank you around and teleport you or swap you. Tanking's not really a thing at that point. It's just, go in and just do what you can. Also, make it so you didn't have to use your summon so passively or on the last minute. So, like I said, I would recommend doing strong espers rather than the other. It also would take advantage of the fact that Living Ablation does technically have one thing that it can do that normal summoners can't do, which is it can constantly spawn more espers. So if they're was it opposing esper is the term? Encounter esper gets taken out, they can just summon another one over and over again. But with the rules as doing the variant rules of Soul Bond, the moment you kill the esper, it usually will kill the Living Ablation. With the variant rules, the variant versions, alternate versions of Living Ablation, it's not too bad because only Living Ablation, the base form, has summons. All the three others do not. That being said, I do need to apologize. I did unfortunately make a mistake in 2 encounters ago. So not through the Rubble, not monsters everywhere. But unfortunately, I did make another mistake with Yellow Totem in Mines of Hyde. I did remember to do the shuffling and picking a random version of Living Ablation, which we just got the base form. What I did forget, though, was when it spawned a Spirit Blade, there's also alternates of all of the opposing espers, which would have definitely changed some things, because some of them are pretty ridiculous. Also, I will point out, if you happen to draw an alternate Living Ablation, this bit of the totem text where it spawns a Spirit Blade won't make much sense. And if you're also playing with alternate espers, you could be in a situation where you need to actually look at the summoner's ranking. Like, for example, like if you look at this one, it says Summoner 12 in the top right, and they won't have that number. So I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work. But yeah, you could be in a situation where you are summoning, you brought in a alternate of a Living Ablation, which don't have access to summoning a Spirit Blade, which that's fine by itself. But if it happens to spawn something like an alternate that needs the scaling from summoning, you won't have a number to go off of, which I'm pretty sure they didn't even consider. So anyway. So as far as obviously I'm not going to rewind 2 encounters. It's just not something I'm going to be able to do. I don't have the save set up that way. What I can do is at least see what it would have been and then just talk about it. So this video is going to be a bit long. I apologize. One thing to note about the opposing Esper variants, some of them do come in groups, like very similar to the Twin Savani. So you only need the whatever base version or one of the versions in the deck to shuffle. That way you're not double or triple dipping with certain characters. So Spirit Blade's going to get added in. 16 cards. We'll shuffle a bit and then draw. Okay, we would have gotten Apollyon Vanity, which is essentially Krishaka, which I don't think we've read the back of Krishaka yet. So let's take a look at what this would have been. So, yeah, the backs of these don't have text, but I will read Krishaka's just to show that off. So 4 armor, 6 movement. Does get books as extra physical damage, and burst will make it so it removes all negative effects. Not a big deal. At the beginning of Apollyon's turn, if no opponent has a Nemesis token, randomly choose one opponent to gain a Nemesis token. All a Nemesis does is do +1 damage. It used to do +1 attack, so it's not that big of a deal anymore. This opponent is now Apollyon's Obsession. The Apollyon will always prioritize moving towards and targeting the Obsession when possible. Bloody Vows, it will start with a random number of Vow tokens. And it will always use its Vow tokens against the Obsession. Also, if it is damaged by an opponent that's not an Obsession, it rolls a black die and gains a Vow for each one rolled. Actually, is that better than what I get here? Oh, no, it does it. Okay, it does it here, too. Good to know. All right. Let's see. Does Apollyon have half or less of its health remaining? It heals itself. Is it Obsession adjacent? No. Can it move and attack an opponent? It'll move to attack the Obsession. Or if that is not possible, it'll go towards the nearest opponent. Otherwise, move towards Obsession, then gain a barrier token. Okay. So honestly, this thing's not much different from fighting a Spirit Blade. Instead, it would just be less attacks coming my way. With the rolls that we were doing, it probably would not have been too big of a deal. We would have easily evaded the attacks. I wouldn't have to worry about it like the Spirit Blade where it moved away from me because I missed. I wouldn't have to worry about it in this case. Also, the Apollyon doesn't dodge at all, so that's also kind of a non-issue. So I think it would not have changed anything as far as the combat's concerned. There's definitely some things in here that can definitely change the combat quite a bit. For example, the Gate, which has AoE spells. But Apollyon is definitely pretty similar to how you would handle the Spirit Blade. Now, same rules as usual. You only have to worry about this if it's spawning, if it's not spawned at the start of the encounter. So the ones, well, actually, there's not one here, but the one from the previous encounter, Monsters Everywhere. This one that's on the board already, you don't need to do an alternate for. I know I say that a lot, but it's more to remind myself than anyone else. All right, so let's go ahead and read the back of Krishaka because I don't think I've used her yet. What cannot be given? I would do anything for you. Once those words had brought Araceli nothing but joy. His love whispered them whenever they spoke, when they woke together in the mornings and retired by night. Long days of hard work in the harsh sun aboard the deck of the Storm Swift. When they sailed into unfriendly skies, she was always there, just beside him. There was no danger too great to frighten her, no slip of the tongue that would make her angry. No mistake that would sour her love. Having Jacqueline around was a perfect dream that Araceli had never imagined he would ever experience. How could he, given the woman had died half a century ago? First he imagined he'd been blessed by some unknown god, before reaching back through fate to repair what was lost. One night at Noxalia feast, a few hours behind a mask, she was back in his life. The longer they were together, the more the cracks began to show. It only took a few days before Araceli to realize that the woman following him was not Jacqueline after all. She captured the memory perfectly, those impossibly delicate features and shimmering silver hair only made more beautiful by the advancement. But then they were boarded. Instead of fighting back, she just fawned over him and let a pirate put a cutlass through her stomach. She barely even noticed until the brigand turned on Araceli. Only then did she turn her strange powers on him, walking him delicately across the deck with a sword still in his chest. The man watched in enraptured silence as she led him gently over the edge and plummeting to his death. She recovered quickly after that, but the illusion was forever broken. She had none of Jacqueline's memories, and her own name, Krishaka, which he only pried from her through great effort. The oppressor ducked and hid, as it often did. Krishaka wept, clinging to him in desperation. Don't you want what we had? She pleaded. You know I'd do anything for you. I can be better than Jacqueline ever was. Araceli helped her onto the dock, then pried her fingers from his arm. I'm sorry, but you're not her. I can't love a lie. Her face shattered before his eyes like dropped porcelain. She fled in tears, vanishing into the darkened streets. Probably should go without saying, but this is also another Lupercalia Esper, so it's from a Valentine's event. All right, so there we go. All the stuff we missed, and again, apologies. I'll try to keep up with this as best as I can. Give me one moment. Okie dokie. Let's go ahead and read up on. This is not the one. We need to go to the next one. Through the rubble. After a moment, you come upon a strange sight. A pile of dynamite is sitting next to an open flame. A pair of casicles seem to be playing with the sticks, unaware of the danger they're in. You watch in stunned amusement as the casicles blow themselves up. The explosion shakes the mines and sprays bits of chitin and bug meat everywhere. The noise attracts more casicles who seem to think that you must be responsible. On the stone floor, another stick of dynamite has been lit in the chaos. So yeah, we do start with one lit dynamite, which will detonate at the end of this round. Actually, I think it specifically says if it detonates at the end of the round. It's been a while. Okay. So yeah, the rules for lit dynamite. The end of the next round after a dynamite token becomes lit. So it won't be this round, but the next round. Okay. At least that's how it's worded. All right. Let's go ahead and read up on this. We do have Damocles. He'll be going last. Encounter Esper Spirit Blade. In this case, we're not starting with a Spirit Blade on the board, so we will randomize for the variant. Or alternate, whatever the term is. Low ceiling again, so no flight. Tracking time, it's likely that more dynamite is somewhere in this cave, just waiting to be set off by casicles. Hopefully they don't seal the mine. The start of each turn, add a time token, and then, of course, fourth round, stuff happens. We need to make it to the blue exit, and then we have, or get defeated, essentially. At the start of the second round, if the living ablation is still alive, so this is the one where if you kill the living ablation before it happens, it will stop it. Read the following hidden text. We've got dynamite tokens, blah, blah, blah. Blue objective, a large piece of loose rock sits near a cliffside. An adventurer on this token may make an encounter action to make a strength 10 check to push this rock off the edge of the cliff. If they pass this check, read the blah, 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 blah. And then red objective and green objective just tells you to read it when you need to, and then there's a bunch of totems. All right. Just like before, I did color the lines here just to show where the elevation difference is. Again, we can drop down, but we cannot climb back up. Since we have low ceiling, flight is impossible. Okie dokie. So, biggest issue here is that living ablation because it's going to spawn things. Let's go ahead and, as for how we're starting, we start in this square. Damocles starts here, hard-coded. I put Rook here just so I can have Jazara up front and try to make things happen with that. All right. So let's go ahead and shuffle. Okay, they will be going first. Damocles goes in the back, and Living Ablation's doing that thing. So I think the goal here is just to try to get to the Living Ablation before things go bad. Start of the second round. Unfortunately, reaching the Living Ablation is easier said than done. Best bet is to use Nightingale. Nightingale can reach in pretty short order. Speaking of, let's go ahead and open with a Doombreak from Nightingale. Oh, sorry, you don't flip it, you exhaust it. Good. Get one stamina. Unfortunately, Remy broke hers. Alright, K-Cycle 4 through 6, which there's only one of. It's going to... Oh, is this the wrong ones again? Yeah, it is. It's we do need to swap these out. Because I need to see what dice they're supposed to use, and this doesn't tell you. Again, the HPs are going to be wrong, blah, 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 blah. Alright. Let's grab you. There we go. Alright. So, K-Sickle, it's been a while since we've dealt with regular ones. It's going to move up and then shoot. That would do it. Rule of diagonals, of course, means it can make it. So it's just going to shoot at Jazara. Jazara can't dodge, so it's just going to roll all the dice. So 2 greens and a black. This might sting a little. Or it can completely miss. Good thing it did. If it did hit, it would have done 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It would have done 3 damage, so it wouldn't have been too bad. But it misses anyway. Alright, K-Sickle is done. Goes to Jazara. Jazara has 3 stamina. And does have the Abyss reaching back. And its SOI is 6. So we can go, what? 1, so that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I can hit all 4 of them with a spell. And what's funny is the order I do these in will matter because the combat dice will change if any of them die. Alright, so yeah, we'll do the Abyss reaching back as an exhaust. Your magic is not empowered. I don't have the means to empower it, so we'll just roll. I'll re-roll the intervention. Alright, 12. All of them have a purple and orange for their conviction. I'll roll for the 4th one first. Fails. And then red. Fails. Purple. Fails. And orange. Fails just barely. Glad I did the reroll. Alright. So each of these will take their combat dice in damage. And then are inflicted with rooted. The empowered die does not matter in this case because it's just the combat die. Symbols don't matter in this situation. It's just the numbers. So I'll still roll it anyway because it's funny. Alright, we'll start with the... we'll do K-Sickle red. That is 14 to red. Still alive, barely. Purple next. 14 to purple. They have 16 HP, so they're still alive, just barely. Alright, orange. 15 to that one. And then for teal, that one is dead. So a swarm has been defeated. We have 11. Oop, I put this in the wrong spot. We can put it in. We can just put it back in the initiative. That's fine. Draw combat loot for a dead swarm. 10 gold. 394. All right. That is it for Jazara. All these guys do have rooted now, which is actually pretty significant, since they won't be able to do any movement nonsense to try to poison us. So I'll make note of that. Okay. That was Jazara. Goes to Rook. Rook will go ahead and renew Jazara's intervention. We'll go ahead and give Banish Knowledge to... I think I'll give it to Remy. Yeah, we can give it to Remy, and we'll, if anyone needs to make the mad dash to the Living Oblation, it could be her. I mean, or I use Justice, but Justice won't be able to reliably get kill. Living Oblation, yeah, they have double green conviction. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be doable with that. Yeah, I think it's going to end up being Nightingale having to do the kill, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, given all that, I have SY of 6 with Rook as well, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can't hit the very far back one, but I can hit all the others. I'll shoot the red one. We'll empower it because I can, and we'll do a Courage Stifle. All right, 14. Fails is going to take a billion damage and die. Okay, that gives me a route for Nightingale to get up there without any issues. That is it. Oh, also I heal for 1 for Sentient Bodysuit. And everything else I don't really need to worry about. Okay, goes to Cave Sickles 1 through 3. 1, 2, 3. So none of them can do anything. No one's adjacent, no one's within range 4, and they can't move because of rooted. So the root will wear off, and that is it for them. Okay, goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get 1 stamina thanks to haste. And we'll see what we can make happen here. I may just have her run down. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or I could do this and move. So if I want to go full commit, I either have to spend 2 stamina to get to at least here, since I have to walk through Justice, do my shots, and if I don't have enough, I can then do a step with Architect and then follow up with Murder Circus. Or I open with Architect, spend only 1 stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, actually, I only have 6 movement. That's right. So either way, I'm going to have to spend extra movement. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay. Either way, I think I'm going to have to hop down regardless. So that leaves the upper route, the upper route for somebody else to handle, which I think is fair. All right, so Nightingale, we're going to go ahead and take a damage with the... actually, we can hold off on that. We'll spend a stamina to move. Oh, sorry, before I do that, I'll spend a stamina to do Architect and go 2 steps. I guess it doesn't really matter then, because I have to spend a stamina for that as well. So it'd be what, 1, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, either way it would be 3 stamina. So let's spend stamina. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. That'll cost us 3 stamina. I'll Doom Break again. Get a stamina back. And then we'll go ahead and do a regular shot from here. Also, we're in a higher elevation, so this does give us +1, a rule I didn't even really realize was a thing until what, last session? Figure who is in a higher elevation than target gain +1. I never knew that. I don't know if that's a new rule or not. I want to check. I kind of want to pull up my rule book just to see if it is, but I kind of want to murder right now. So we're up to here. We're going to go ahead and spend 2 stamina to do a regular shot. This Living Ablation, of course, is going to nimble dodge. Nothing. So I just need to beat a 12. +1 for elevation difference. So 13, 14. So 2, 3, 4 for armor, 5, 6, 9, 12, because it has no armor, so 12 damage. I'll spend a stamina to quick blow. I'll re-roll the 5. Okay, 16, 17, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so 14 damage. Okay, 26 out of 30. And then I will do a precise strike. Again, just +1 to this. I'll use Kill the Messenger to make that 3 into a 9, and that will finish off the Living Ablation before it can do anything. Good. Now we don't have to worry about it summon. For now, at least. Okay, 1 in 10 chance. I want the monster loot. If we can get the monster loot, I'll be very happy. But I don't think we're going to get it. Nope, 9 gold. Yeah, Living Ablation monster loot would get us another Exalted Summon, essentially. Okay, that is Nightingale done. I could take a step with the spare books, but I don't think I really need to worry about it. So, goes to Justice. Justice will get nothing because she doesn't have haste. But we could take this opportunity to murder. Spend 2 stamina. And we'll do, was it like the shadows? Bring the shadows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. I'll go ahead and use the Wand of Coiled Fragments to roll my conviction dice with this. Sure, I'll empower it as well. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to bother. We'll just roll. I'll take the 7, so that'll be 13. Purple. Fails. And I will use the MP3 player to make that reroll. Okay, both failed. So each of them are going to take a casting die worth of damage, which my minimum is 3, so both these will die. Okay, group taken care of. 6 gold. Putting us at 409. The other loot that can also be potentially good, obviously the animate loot could be good, just simply because it's just raw cash. But the what do you call them? Blighted terrors. Their weapon is this one, which is pretty good. Also, do they get this? Nope, that's Lichworm. A monster I have never fought against. Yeah, this might be the only thing you get from them. Oh, actually no, there's Hooked Vine, isn't it? Yeah, Blighted Guardian. Okay, yeah, Hooked Vine's also a good one to get. Both of them are pretty nice. Okay. Alright, so that is it for Justice. Goes to Remy. Remy will get 1 stamina for haste, and then spend 1 to move. She has 7 movement. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. I could, is it adjacent or has to be on the token? Okay, not a problem. Goes to Damocles. Damocles will sit on his lawn chair. Alright. Also, we should have gotten a time token, so I forgot about that. Everything else, we're probably fine. Living Ablation is dead. And we don't need to worry about this until the 4th round. Okay. So, start of new round, 2nd time token. And then this dynamite will detonate at the end of this round. This new round, that is. Alright, we have Jazara again. He'll get 3 stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Slowly but surely. Alright, goes to Nightingale. Nightingale will get 4 stamina for haste. You don't exactly want to hop down yet, if we can avoid it. I think I want to take care of this blue objective before we do anything else. Alright, I could... What would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make a strength check at DC 10 with Nightingale's 2 strength. I will spend a stamina to move. Yeah, I think Remy can handle everything else. That should be fine. So I'm going to move to here just so I'm not in line of sight of anything as far as elevation is concerned, and then be good. Remy is going to get 4 stamina for her thing. Also, I probably should have used Rook's turn to get haste on himself with the through the gates, but that's okay. Alright, we'll spend 1 stamina for Shady Training, so I can step onto this thing. And then we'll go ahead and activate it. That is definitely a pass. Blue objective, alright. The rock reveals a large hidden chamber. Place tiles, tokens, and figures according to diagram 16. Inside the chamber, you see another destroyed crate and some dead cavesicles. Alright, we'll go ahead and go to the diagram first. Will this break? Did not break. Good. Let's move these dice out of the way. Alright. So I believe this goes away. I'll borrow you. There we go. Map filled out. Oh, you actually gave me the tokens I needed. That's okay. Alright, so we got the time bomb there. Green totem there. Yellow totem here. Blue totem here. And I know the blue totem's the dynamite, the actual item. Alright, so we got Blighted Guardians and a Earthloa. Since we haven't done the bounty that unlocks the uncommon versions of the Itlam versions, I'm not going to worry about doing any alternates or variants for the Earthloa. Okay, Blighted Guardian. So I guess the question is, can I deal with these guys? The answer may surprise you. The order is Blighted Guardian, then Earthloa. So it's going to go Blighted Guardian, then Earthloa. Okay. Earthloa will be here. Blighted Guardian will be there. Okay. Back to the adventure sheet. And back to this. Alright, it looks like the creatures keep getting into the old boxes of dynamite that miners have laying around. On the floor of the cave, you see another stick of dynamite, but it's different from the rest. It doesn't have a fuse. Instead, it has some sort of analog timer on it. Unfortunately, it's stuck, but you swear it's still ticking. This stick of dynamite will detonate when another piece of hidden text instructs it to. So that's the one that's probably based off the tracking time. Okie dokie. So also, this goes away. And just making sure this is all correct. Okay, yeah, So yeah, it was a rock that you pushed, so that's why it's gone. Okay, so I haven't done an actual move yet. I have only done Shady Training, and I need to figure out how I'm going to deal with these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe the green totem is going to spawn cave sickles. I think I kind of want to deal with the Blighted Guardian. Earthloa can definitely hit hard. And it would be nice to get flanking. But then I'm just going to get blasted by all of the cave sickles if I do it that way. I could also fall back and let the Earthloa come to us. But I'm not sure I want to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. I definitely don't want to stand here because if I get hit, I could potentially get thrown off the board here. So yeah, I think we're gonna have to just play it passively. I think that's just the better call. As much as I would love to just rush in, I think it's safer if we did it some other way. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to here, and just kind of safely get ourselves out of the way. Earthloa is going to go. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Blighted Guardian's not going to do anything. I just noticed that the key for that initiative card doesn't show the full name. Can't. Yeah, it only has 4 movement. Ain't going nowhere. Alright, goes to Rook. So, Dynamite, I believe. Oh yeah, blows up loot tokens. An adventure adjacent to... Okay, you can spend a stamina and a presence to pick it up. Alright, Rook, you're going to get 3 stamina. We'll spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's not going to be enough. Yeah, I was hoping I could throw this, but I'm not going to be able to get... The throw range for Dynamite's 4. And you have to have line of sight. And it takes a stamina to do. So it takes literally a stamina for me to pick it up and to throw it. And that's assuming I pass the checks. Yeah, if I had remembered to do haste, this would actually not be an issue. But I didn't, because I am a dum-dum. So... Okay, first I heal from Sentient Bodysuit. Forgot about that. I'm going to go ahead and take 3 damage to do Through the Gates and give myself haste now. A turn late, but better late than never. Then I will go ahead and, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Anyone need anything? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will go ahead and spend 1 to give Justice haste. And then I'll just spend a stamina to move. Don't suppose you have a lot of presence. Nope. I mean, if I really wanted to be cheeky, I could have thrown the dynamite by Justice and then have Justice throw the dynamite at the Earthloa. But even if it did work out, it wouldn't kill the Earthloa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to move like that for our movement, and that'll be it for Rook. Goes to Damocles, who's not going to do anything this round. He'll get 3 stamina though. We'll go to Justice. Justice will go to full stamina thanks to that haste. And now we have some fun. We'll go ahead and do Bring the Shadows. We have 16 movement. Let's make this work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is going to trigger Green Totem, but I'm not going to worry about it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that puts me in line of sight of both of you. Okay. Alright, so before we resolve the Bring the Shadows, I will resolve the green totem, because I triggered it as I was moving. In the back of the Dark Chamber, you see the movement of skittering creatures and something human. Spawn a Bloody Guardian on the space this totem occupied. Then spawn 2 casicles adjacent to the Bloody Guardian on any unoccupied space. Okay. I think something I also tend to forget is anything that spawns that already has an initiative card does act immediately, or doesn't act on the next potential turn. Alright, and what was the other one? Spawn 2 casicles adjacent to it on any unoccupied space. Alright, so let's go ahead and take the initiative cards here. Regular, burrowing, okay. Anything but queen. Alright, we got burrowing again. Our favorite. Burrowing is actually a non-issue because it literally can't burrow across water. But we do get 2 of these little rascals. Alright. Alright, takes care of all that. Let's go ahead and continue with the rest of Justice's turn. I am going to go ahead and do Wand of Coil Fragments for this and just roll all of these dice. I will pick the 7. It'll be 13. We'll start with the Blighted Guardian. 11, it fails. Earthloa also fails. Alright, I'm going to roll a casting die for this. 7 damage to both, and they're both Darkness. And unless it says otherwise, I'll assume it's 1 roll for all of them, since there's cards that say to roll separately for each. Alright, then I'm going to go ahead and spend 1, and actually I'll spend 2 to do Life Grasp and Empower it. Okay, 9, 15. I will go ahead and take 6 damage. So this will bring it up from 15 to 21. So 21. We'll start with the Blighted Guardian versus 12. Takes 9 damage. Okay, Earthloa takes 12, so it'll be 9 damage as well. Very consistent between those two. Alright, since I did damage, I'll do Ring of Blood and heal for 2. I'll then do a Gore Shot, targeting the... Yeah, I'll target... Do I risk the Blighted Guardian? Yeah, I'll target the Blighted Guardian. Why not? Alright, roll casting die. No empower for this. I'll re-roll with the Magical Leather Dress. I'll re-roll using a Wand of Hindsight. Well, that was worse. Anything left I can use to re-roll? Technically I can use an intervention, but I think I'll hold on to it. Alright, so go ahead and pass this check. You'll easily pass this. It's 10. I'll make you re-roll just to make you work for it. Okay. I have to do a force 12 to get diseased. I passed. Okay. Never punished. I'll be punished in the next round, though. Alright, so technically the Blighted Guardian, the second one, should have gone at this point. It can't reach anything, so it's not going to matter. And then the Casicles. These are burrowing variants. There's no opponent within range 6. Can it move to put an opponent within 6 spaces? Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Be here, actually. Rules for burrowing. So that'd be what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, that's 6 away. And then this one will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they can't burrow because it's water. So yeah, good to go there. Add a time token, we're at 3. Casicles. No one's within range 6. Oh wow, this is an AI broke. I think. May not enter water if no. Yeah, if they're in water, it automatically. So what's happening here is the AI broke, I think. It's 6 spaces away, it will burrow, which will immediately unburrow it because it's in water. I believe that's how it works, which is kind of hilarious. Goes to Justice. Justice will get 4 stamina. And this Bloody Guardian has 16 health left. Good for him. Let's start with a... I think I'll start with the Empowered Life Grass. So roll all this and see what happens. Okay, that is 17. I won't take the extra damage for this one. So yeah, 17 in total. Top one will roll. So it takes 9. Bottom one. It takes 11. Because of the difference. Alright. Then I'll spend 2 stamina. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'll hit these 2 and then move back to this position to kind of stay out of trouble. Alright. Actually, I think may not enter water. If an ability would force them into water, obstructing or dangerous terrain, they must. Okay, I think these guys actually come and hit me. So it's only when you move into water or get forced into water. If you're standing in water, you technically could still burrow, even though it's kind of stupid. It may not enter if the ability would force them into water. So yeah, I think they do come and say hi. In which case it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to here. It would have attacked Justice. So let's see. That meant I would have had 1 stamina to try to dodge with. Oh, actually no, I have Minimalist Guard. Never mind. So this attack If then adjacent to an opponent, make an attack, gets +2, and then all that nonsense. Okay, I'll go ahead and make my dodge. The AI is really weird in this situation, so I'm not exactly sure how it's supposed to work. I'm at 13 on the defense. Obviously, they get +2, -1, so +1 in total. And no one's nearby, so it's just going to be 2 reds. So I'll roll this and see what happens. Because this does matter, because it would affect whether or not I can hit anything. So +1 to this would be a problem. You and an ally. That is going to hit me. But it might do 0 damage. Oh, also it has flanking. So it does get +1. So the total is +2 then. It definitely hits. It'll be 1 damage base. 2, 3, 4. And I will end up taking 1 damage. And then I have to make a thing for poison. So I'll go ahead and do the thing for poison. Alright, it's going to fail. I'll get poisoned. And then the other one's going to come up. Move towards the opponent with the best casting die. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I guess. And won't be able to make an attack. Okay, so that is my mistake. Alright, so at the start of Justice's turn, I would actually take poison damage, so let's go ahead and take care of that. I take 6. I also can hit one more target with Life Grass, so we'll go ahead and take care of that. Now I'll just target the one that's next to me. So 10 versus... It was 17. So 10 versus 17 would be 7 damage, which will make it burrow. Okay. Then, and the reason why it worked is because since they didn't move into any tiles or get pushed into any tiles, they would start out burrow. They would immediately unburrow the moment they come up at us. Or at least the purple one would unburrow. The red one would not. It would actually move to here and be fine. And then unburrow here. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and... I'm right now in the middle of doing the Bring the Shadows. Let's see what... I need to recount this now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I can do that. Alright, so for this I will use Wand of Coil Fragments. And do what I can with this. I'm also going to go ahead and empower it. So roll all of it. Alright, I'll use Intervention to reroll everything. Okay, I'll use Magical Leather Dress to reroll my spell. I can reroll any of the dice, so I'll reroll all of them. No luck. And I'll do it one more time. I'll reroll just these two. That's better. I'll take the 9. So this will be 11, so 17. And they all need to make saves. Failed. I don't think this one can even pass. Failed. And then down here. Failed. And then this one. Failed. Alright, so I need you to roll like more than a 4. 5, that is exactly what I need you to roll. So 5 damage, which will kill this Blighted Guardian. Draw loot. 10 gold. Okay, then it goes to 5 damage from this. Then this one will take 2 damage. This one will take 5 damage. Both of them will be darkness. And then this guy's going to get burrowed. Okay. All that's done. All right, that is it for Justice. She's just... Oh, actually, I'll do a Ring of Blood to heal. Okay. Takes care of all that. Goes to Rook next. Rook will get 4 stamina because I remembered, and heal for 1. Let's see. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to pop the magical bomb, but I have to get there first. So I will spend a stamina to move. Oh, this thing should have blew up last round. Sorry about that. This will blow up the following round. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to there. Actually, I'll go 7 to here because I can actually see with the diagonal. Okay, still costs another stamina. I will just spend 2 to do a Courage Stifle. And we'll target the Earth Loa. We'll empower it. That is 15. Fails and it explodes. Bye-bye, Earth Loa. 10 gold. Put us at 429. Okay, Earth Loa is dealt with. You're still good. Give me 1 second. Alright, Rook is done. Blighted Guardian goes. Can't get in range of anything, so he's good to go. Goes to Jazara. Jazara will get 3 stamina. We'll spend 1 to move. 1, 2. Alright, goes to Remy. Remy will go to full stamina. Spin 1 to move. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to there. You can stand on these, so it's fine on that front. I'll go ahead and do a false idol on the one I'm standing on. These things only have 12 defense, so here goes nothing. -1 to this. No flanking or any of that nonsense. 14 versus 12, I believe. Yeah, so 2, 3, 4, which will get half down to 2, and then I do 3 magic, which will get half down to 1, so 3 damage in total. Okay. Then I'll do Blade Works and attack again. 12's a hit, so it'll do 0 damage. Okay. I'll go ahead and do Onslaught next. And I'll go ahead and do, yeah, I'll just roll normally. 12's a hit, it's going to do 1 damage. And then the follow-up. Okay, 13, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, which gets half down to 1, and then the magical half down to 1 as well, so 2 damage. And then the last one, we'll do Bone Chipper. I have attacked this thing 4 times, so +4 to this result. Alright, I'll use Intervention to reroll all of it. Alright, so 13, 17. So 5, 6, 7 would half it down to 3. And then the magic will go down to 4, which would be just short. So we'll do a Masterwork on top of this. So that would bring it from... That brings it to 18. So I beat it by 6, which will be 3. I'm failing at math. Let's see. I attacked 3 times, so Bone Chipper should add 4 to this. So 13, 17, 18. Yeah, 18. And then I think I miscounted before, and that's what happened. So I can go what? 4, 5, 6. That'll be 19. So 7, 8, 9 gets halved down to 4, and then 1. He'll do 5 damage, which is exactly enough to kill it. Alright. There we go. Sorry, I was trying to pick it up. Alright, that takes care of you. We don't really need to worry about the other K-Sickle because it probably will die from dynamite. Goes to Damocles, but you know what? Damocles can do something. Why not? We'll go ahead and spend 2 and attack with Sinful Privilege. This will be at minus... Actually, this thing doesn't take any effects from terrain while it's burrowed. Actually, I think it looks like you do. That's fine. All right, let's make the attack. 16, 15, so 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This will do 6 damage, which would be just short, but if I take 2 damage and then heal myself, it'll do 14 damage, which will become 7, which is enough to kill. Bye-bye you. Okay, Swarm defeated. Alright, draw loot, 7 gold, putting us at 436. Okay, that is it for Damocles. Goes to Nightingale. Nightingale go to full stamina. Spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6, 8, 10, 12. All right, from here, I want to be extra crazy and also do a... Can I do a step here safely without seeing you? Yes, just barely. So with this, I have a clear shot. All right, I'll go ahead and do a precise strike from here. No modifiers. And no empower. Actually, I'll go ahead and do Doom Break. I flipped that for no reason. Okay. Good to go. All right. Precise Strike. We're not going to empower it. Just regular shot. All right. I will re-roll with Intervention. I'll use Kill the Messenger, make that 3 into a 9. So this is 17 versus 12, so 5 base, goes up to 7 for Morbid Leather, 12 for Precise Strike, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 20, 26 damage with the arrows. Okay, then I'll do a quick blow off of it. It hits. It's going to do 3 damage, which would be... Oh, actually, Masterwork, make it 13. So 13 to 12 would be 1 base, then 2, 3 for Otherworldly, and then 4 for the shield. So 4 damage exactly, we'll kill it. Got it off the board. Cool. Draw loot, 12 gold. 4, 4, 8. There are 4 cards in here, and just out of curiosity, we've only drawn... So, out of the 4 cards in here, one of them is monster loot and the other one is the item loot. Good to know. Alright, start of new round, we get our 4th time token, and these are dealt with now. Let's go ahead and read about that. If tile UM3 has been revealed, read A, otherwise read B. It has been revealed, because that is this tile, right? It has. Explodes to all figures adjacent to this token. No one is adjacent to that token, so it goes away. So I believe if you don't have it revealed, it seals the tunnel and you can't go that direction anymore. So it's a good idea to make sure you do it. All right, all that's taken care of. So we just shuffle and go. All right, Rook goes first. Or sorry, Nightingale goes first, but Rook goes before Justice, which is pretty important right now because she's kind of dying. And she probably doesn't want to. So, Nightingale, you have back up to 5 stamina. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to spend a stamina and use the Architect to move 2 steps. To here. And trigger yellow. Alright. Down below, another creature stir. Spawn a Blighted Guardian on this space that's totem occupied. If you can't, you spawn Living Ablation and that nonsense again. Good thing there. Good thing I can spawn it. All right, Blighted Guardian. It's nice to see you. It would be a shame if you were to die immediately. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do a. No, I'm not gonna risk a Doom Break. I'm gonna go ahead and do a Precise Strike. This will be at +1/-1 because I haven't moved, and I'm shooting through hindering. All right, here goes nothing. 2 dice. All right, I'll use Kill the Messenger to make that 4 into a 9, so that is 16 versus 12, exactly 4. So it goes up to 6 for Morbid Leather, goes up to 11 because of Precise Strike. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19... 22, 25. I'll do 25 damage. And then I will quick blow off of that. And shoot again. That is 14 versus 12, I believe. Yep, so 2, 3, 4 for Morbid Leather. 5, 6, 7, 10. It'll do 10 damage, which will definitely finish it off. Blighted Guardian's gone. Monster loot. Nope, 12 gold. Okay, we're up to 460. Alright then. That is it for Nightingale, because I can't move her now. Ghosted Rook will get 4 stamina because he's hasted. He'll spend 1 to move and get going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to here. And we'll go ahead and pop this Magic Bomb so Justice doesn't die immediately. And then we can just do the potion bag to move some stuff around. There we go. I mean, her being taken out at this point is kind of a non-issue, but actually, you know what? Let's just let her tick off. If she bleeds out from poison, that is completely fine. So instead of going that way, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think it was, yeah, there. I'll go the other direction. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 6, 8, 10, 12. Also, I should have healed 1 for Sentient Bodysuit. Okay, that takes care of that. Goes to Justice. You're going to die from poison. 1 damage. Boink. Okay. Refresh your stuff. 4 stamina. Also, I keep forgetting to give haste to Jazara, but that's okay. Alright, so 4 stamina. We'll spend 1 to move. 1 second. Alright, just verifying my stamina. It is correct. Alright, Justice will move a million spaces. 16. 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21. So 16, 18, 20. We'll stop here and save a stamina. Okay. So I think my plan is I'm just going to throw her at the next batch of enemies. Okie dokie. That is Justice goes to Remy. Remy will go up to 4 stamina because of haste. Oh, sorry. Before Rook moved, because I had the diagonal, I will go ahead and give her intervention. I'll take care of that at least. All right, let's spend a stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7, 9, 11, 13. There you go. Goes to Jazara. Goes to full stamina, spins 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. Goes to Damocles. He's hanging out. Alright. New round. We did spawn and kill an enemy, so we're good on... If we were doing urgency, we're still good. Okay, goes to Remy. 4 stamina. We'll spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll do the jump check. I can't really fail it. Yep. Alright, I'll go ahead and loot the red loot token. Or sorry, the whatever token this is. It is blue. It's blue. Blue. Inside this chest you find a pile of treasure. Gain 20 gold. Okay. 480. Okay. I'll go ahead and do a shady training to here. Okay, and that is it for Remy. Goes to Rook. He'll heal for 1. Get a bunch of stamina back. Just because I can, I'll spend 1 stamina to pop a heal token and then use Jazara to do 6 damage to get it back and use that to heal Justice for 6. There you go. Other than that, I'm just going to have him hang out here, I think. We'll spend 1 to go ahead and do Banish Knowledge on Jazara. Also, we'll do Intervention on Justice. Okay. That is it for Rook. Damocles is hanging out. Nightingale. Full stamina. Full power. Alright. Spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I'll do spend 1 stamina to do Architect. To move 2 spaces there, and then do a move action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think this is gonna, unfortunately, gonna put our dynamite in the stash, but that's okay. Blue totem. An old wooden box sits in the corner. The contents are mostly damaged, but something of value still remains. Reveal a medium hidden card, UM21, and gain the dynamite story consumable. Alright. So get the dynamite, which gets you 3 dynamite tokens, which you can use freely, essentially. It also becomes an uncommon consumable once you use it all up, in which case it costs 30 to buy. I have successfully used the dynamite for the upcoming boss before. It's definitely pretty fun to mess around with. My track record with dynamite, though, is I tend to roll nothing but 1s, even when I roll 9 dice. So it is what it is. But I don't have space for it right now, so it's just going to go in the stash, which is fine. I do know one particular situation where I definitely will like the dynamite, so we'll probably save it anyway. Alright, so I did the step, and then I've moved 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. And then I could spend one more to go back 2 spaces. It'll take a while for Nightingale to get back. Goes to Jazara. Jazara is going to get a bunch of stamina. We'll spend 3 stamina to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Okay, goes to Justice. Poison first. 1 damage. Go to full stamina. We'll spend 2 to go ahead and to bring the shadows, and we're going to go haul ass. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So first the jump check. With Rook's help, I should be fine. Rook has 6 strength. Yeah, he has 6 strength, and she has 3 agility, so she can't fail it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's trigger red totem. Place a blue token on the space this totem occupied. Then, if there's 1 or less loot tokens on the board, read A. If there are 2 loot tokens on the board, read B. If there are 3, read C. There's 1 on the board because we have looted all the. Well, wait, how is there 3? Did I miss a chest? No, seriously, how do you get 3? Is it like is it a liar? No? I'm a little curious because there's 2 on the board on the start, and the diagram doesn't add any loot tokens unless I missed it. Yeah, none of these are, I don't know how you get 3. Like, I have no idea. Well, in any case, there's only 1 on the board. Spawn 2 animates on the west side of tile UM25, blah, 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 blah. Got it. Yeah, no idea. May have missed something, but who knows. Anyway, spawn animates. We shouldn't need to worry about the Spirit Blade anymore, so we'll move that aside. And get the Eldritch Animates out. So there's only 3 loot cards left in this thing. What was this? Spawn it. Blue exit on the space that's occupied. Okay. So there's your blue exit. And then animates on any unoccupied normal terrain space on the west side of tile UM25. So has to be normal terrain space. Oh, west side is here. Perfect. Okay, so I went 4 spaces. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Can I kill these guys? Probably not. Not in one go, at least. One way to find out. Oh, actually, I can go, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll just do that. Okay, so I'll make the, I'll use the wand and roll 3 dice for this. 14. Fails. And the other one. I'll make it reroll. Fails. Alright, casting die. That was a weird ass roll, but I'll re-roll it with the other wand. I do 5 damage. 5 damage, and they are both darkness. Okay, I will spend 3 stamina to do temporal cavitation, I guess. No, I can't. Cost too much. Cost too much. I think oh wait, no, sorry, I was looking the wrong way. That's her starting stamina. Spend 2 for temporal cavitation. That's viable. Alright, so this is why I position myself here so I don't hit my allies. I'm going to go ahead and roll a casting die for each of these. So top one. Take 7. Bottom one. We'll take 9. Alright, I will then spend a stamina to do Life Grasp. Just rolling a single red die. Also, I'll heal for 2 with Ring of Blood, obviously. I'll use Magical Leather Dress to re-roll the 3. Alright, well, this ain't gonna do anything. 0 and 1. 1 damage. Actually, no, sorry, it doesn't even do 1. Sorry, I was looking wrong direction. Okay, I'll do Gore Shot on the one with 14. Alright, 13. And passes. Okay. It is what it is. Did what I could. Alright. Oh, I could have intervention at one point. That's okay. Alright. Goes to the animates. They're going to regenerate, unfortunately. I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Get that out of the way. So this one is adjacent, so it's going to make a melee attack. I will dodge with the Minimalist Garb. Alright, I'm at 13 defense. So this will be at -2. 1 for the hindering and 1 for the darkness. Also, this should have been empowered, but that's okay. It missed, and it's going to move back 2 steps. And then the other one is also going to attack. I will dodge with a Minimalist Quiver. Alright, this time only 11 defense. Also misses, and goes back 2 steps. Okay, new round. Okay, Jazara can have some fun at least. So can Remy. Fortunately, flanking is impossible. Okay, we'll start with Remy. Get your stamina. We'll spend a stamina to move. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then do Shady Training to there. So jumping. So we went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I could just spend a stamina and that'll take care of it. Alright. Either way, I passed the jump check. I'm now up against these guys. I'll target the red animate, I think. Yeah, I'll target the red animate. We'll do False Idol for the first one. -1 to this swing. 14. So 1 base. 2, 3, 4. I have Armor Piercing 2, so it's going to do 3 damage. Okay, I'll do Blade Works. No modifiers now. Okay, I don't need to heal. 13. I'll do 2. I'll do 1 damage. Boink. Alright, then I will go ahead and do Onslaught. I'll go ahead and do Bone Chipper for this, so +2 to this result. 14, 16, so it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll do 5 damage. Alright, I'll swing again. No modifier. 15, so it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do 4 damage. And then We'll go ahead and attack one more time. I'll reroll with Intervention. Actually, I'll reroll with Ethereum Kotor. Alright, that is... I should have probably done Intervention then Ethereum Kotor, but that's okay. 13, 14, 15. So 2, 3, 4, it does 3 damage. Alright, I'll go ahead and pop Murder Circus and roll 3 purples on the same target. This will do 6 damage, which is exactly enough to kill it. Perfect. 1 down. Item loot, 2 whites. Double 7s. A weapon. Alright, we need to combine these because there are weapons in here. Alright. A throwing axe. Healer's Hatchet of Honor. It's just the upgraded hand axe. It has green. Has a throw red on it. You can exhaust when you deal physical damage to an opponent. You can heal 1. Only 1 healer's hatchet can be used at a time. So yeah, it's a nice little healing axe. We can have it in our pack for now, because we can use it for throwing. That is it for that. Goes to Jazara. Jazara will go to full stamina. He'll go ahead and spend 4 to do a Wishes Yearn. The Abyss Reaching Back. 14. And unfortunately, it's a fail. Alright, cool. Thanks, game. Alright, Animate's going to heal for 4, and then it's going to swing at Remy. Remy will dodge with the Marbish Threads. She's at 16. Let's make sure that's correct. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yep, 16. And this is 14. It misses. I get to counter for free. So I'll go ahead and counter. This attack will be at -1 because of the hindering terrain. I'll just let it miss. That's fine. Then it's going to move back 2 steps. Actually, has to move... Oh, from the target. So yeah, I'll be this direction. Okay. Goes to Justice. Justice will take some poison. 6 damage. Alright. Let's go ahead and get our 4 stamina. We'll spend 2 to... Also, I forgot about the -1 from Darkness. But yeah, I definitely missed. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4... Make our casting check. We'll use the wand with this. I'll take the 9, so 15. Fails. I'll roll a casting die. 8 damage. Alright, I'll go ahead and do Life Grasp next. 15. Takes 5. Then we'll do a gore. Also, we'll heal for 2 with Ring of Blood, and then we'll do a gore shot. 15 again. Takes 2 damage. I'm not going to do any extra. Okay, that is it for Justice. Goes to Rook. I'll spend 2 stamina to heal 3 damage. Get 4 stamina. I'll do an Empowered Courage Stifle. Yeah, Powered Courage Stifle targeting the Animate. 14. Fails just barely, takes 8 damage, but I can make it 10 with the Great Wall, so 10 damage will kill it. Taking it off the board. Alright, 50-50 chance. What do you got for me? Monster loot. Alright, so we're going to get the animate shard. Because we still have the other stuff, don't we? Yep. So animate shard will go into the pack. Yeah, the other thing is the eye, which we have in here. Okay. So that is all the enemies. They have been all dealt with. We have one loot card left, which is unfortunate. I was actually kind of hoping for it to be gold, because then I would know the last card is a monster loot, and then I can control what there's a enemy. I can guarantee fight, make my first kill at a living ablation at that point. Okay, so with all that taken care of, we'll spend a stamina to go ahead and use a heal token on Justice. I'll also do nothing else. You know what? I will go ahead and do the through the gates, and I'll take the 6 damage to get the thing back. Okay. That's it for that. Ghost Damocles not doing anything. Nightingale, you exist. I'm gonna just spend 3 stamina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's see if you can make the jump. So I'm jumping 2 spaces, which I succeed, and then I move 1 more space, and then I'll spend 1 stamina to go Architect and move 2 more spaces. Alright, that is it for you. Goes to new round. Alright, Jazara. Go to full stamina, and you're otherwise good to go. Goes to Justice. She's going to take some poison damage. Not much I can do about that. 5 damage. Okay, go to full stamina, spend 1 to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll deal with the trap. I'm assuming it's a trap. It's a trap. One random consumable, then read the hidden text for the green objective. Alright. We got a juice box. It's going to go in the stash because I don't have space for it. Green objective. This one's funny because we're not really in position to deal with that. Rocks tumble from a wall nearby and more casicles appear. Spawn 2 casicles on any unoccupied normal terrain space adjacent to this objective token. Alright, just like before, shuffle and draw. We get burrowing again, because we always do. Oh, this is funny. I could have it go after Damocles. Alright, that's kind of neat. That's cute. Alright, so burrowing casicle. Move to be up to 6 range from the nearest opponent. 1, 2. Technically, that would be Jazara, because you can do it from here. So I think that's how you do it. Make a attack against the opponent with the lowest armor, which, from where you're at, I believe those are clipping. So it's going to be on Jazara, who can't dodge. It's going to be a green and a red. I believe it hits just barely, but it's going to do 0 damage. Alright. And then the other one is going to go same spiel and go to here. 6, and then actually it's going to try to be as far away as possible, so it's going to be here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which just puts it out of range of the other one. If I got it wrong, I apologize, but I believe that's how it works. attack misses on Jazara, and that is it for you. You do not burrow. Cool. Goes to Rook. We have a target there, so let's have fun with that. First, we'll spend a stamina to heal 2, then gain 4 stamina. Then we'll spend 2 stamina and empower and try to blast ourselves a burrowing cave sickle here. How much damage can I do? I can do 14 at most. Alright, I'll re-roll with an intervention token. I take 3 damage. Cool, thanks game. I'll go ahead and reapply intervention, and that will be the turn. Alright, goes to Remy. Remy can't do anything about any of that, so she's just going to get to the exit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She's done. Okay, goes to Damocles. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'll spend 2 stamina to make a reach 2 attack. Alright, 14. Oh yeah, when Damocles did 2 damage to himself, he should have got a Vow token. Because it's still technically a source. Okay, so 14 versus 12, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, oh sorry, I forgot about Hammerhelm. Let's see, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I'll get the Vow token back, 8, 9, and heal myself, so 9 damage in total. And technically it also gets potentially condemned. I think it did. Force 13, yep. It's condemned. I don't think I care that much, but I'll go ahead and pull it out anyway. Alright, that is it for Damocles. Goes to Nightingale. Oh, also this thing burrows. I need to actually note that. Alright. Gain 4 stamina. Spend 1 to move. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's get to work. I'm going to target the one in front that's not burrowed. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to do a murder circus on it and see where that leaves it. This is my luck. I want to point this out. This is why I have no issues with how I play. I do 1 damage and it's going to burrow now. It's like, what, a 1 in 2 something? It's like 130. It goes 1 in 6, 1 in 36. 1 in 216, I think. Good times. Alright. Well, I'll do a precise strike now on the one I just forced to burrow, because of course I now need to deal with that nonsense. No empower, we're just going to shoot. That is 14 versus 12. I'll re-roll the 5. There we go, 17 versus 12. So I'll be 5 base. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13, we'll go 14 to make it 7. The magic will be 8, and then the irreducible will be 13. So that'll be 14 there. I'll take back the masterwork and just do both barbed arrows. That should finish it off. Because that'll be 20, which halves down to 10, then 11, then 16. It'll do exactly 16 damage, which will kill it. Okay. Then I'll quick blow off of it and shoot the other one. I'll do kill the messenger and make that into a 9, so that's 15. So it'll be 3, 4, 5, 8, which will go down to 4, and then magic will go down to 1, so it does 5. And then I will do a regular shot off of that. 13, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3. Gets half down to 1. We'll do masterwork, have it down to 2, which will kill it. Because they have 16 health, yep. Also, I may have forgot, I feel like I forgot about the morbid leather for one of those shots, but that's okay. Everything dies eventually. So this is the last loot card, 12 gold. Yeah, we didn't actually need to kill this one. We could have just killed a monster in the later parts, but that's okay. 492. All right. We're just going to do that. And there you go. Cleared out an entire loot deck. That was Nightingale's turn. Goes to new round. All right. Rook goes first. Rook will heal for 2. Putting him at 8. Get 4 stamina. He'll go ahead and take this opportunity to do intervention on Nightingale to get her thing back. And then Justice is going to get poisoned for 7, putting her at 13. And then we can just have her run over here, I guess. I mean, I could do some cheeky things where I try to get the heals where there should be, but honestly, that's kind of the least of my worries at this point. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll put you in line of sight of Rook just in case. We could always just pop all the heals at once and then go. We won't have the heals for the next round, but that's completely fine. For everyone else, I'm not really that concerned. I'm going to go ahead and... Actually, you do carry the Val tokens across. Which means you probably should have more, but that's okay. That's what I get for rushing around so much. Jazara's not going to do anything. Remy's not going to do anything. Yeah, new round. Justice will get poisoned some more. 5 puts her at 18. And Rook goes last. Cool. Alright, everyone else goes. Rook will cover 5. New round. Okie dokie. Rook will cover 1. Get 4 stamina. We'll spend 3 to go ahead and use 3 heal tokens. And bring her to full. Because I doubt I'll have the MP to spare for everything else in the future. And then I'll have Remy go through the exit, and that'll be it. Alright, just making sure no one's missing any interventions. No one is. We're good to go. Cool. Alright, so this thing is cheeky. It's like this text is here to make you think you get to restore, but you actually don't. Each party gets 1 experience point. Just glad we got an experience point for this. Okie dokie. So with that, I believe we'll be diving into story stuff, teaming with monsters 199. Yep. So we'll deal with teaming with monsters next time, and then go straight into what's probably going to be the boss fight. It's going to be the boss fight. Alright, so I am the Depressed Eeyore. This was Middara Unintentional Malum Act 1 on Tabletop Simulator. Again, apologies for all the mistakes. There's a lot to keep up with, as always, with 4 characters being controlled and all the alternates that I have to deal with, and variants. But it's a lot of fun. It does kind of make things, does change things up in a way that's at least a little bit interesting. Because if we were just fighting regular cave cycles this entire time, it probably would be very trivial. But yeah, I do like this particular series of encounters because it's one of the few times you can actually clear out the entire loot deck. So it's almost, as long as you're succeeding and killing everything, you'll guarantee get a unique a monster loot and an item. Out of all the items we could have gotten, I mean, I always like getting more relics, but a weapon is also good. We can use that. We can essentially hand that off to Zeke or someone or whoever needs a one-handed weapon, because we're going to be an uncommon tier for quite a while. So all of this kind of works out. All right. So yeah, Depressed Eeyore, Unintentional Malum Act 1. See you guys next time.